She acts cold, but she's dying for you inside. Hidden signs women use when they secretly like you. Modern Stoic. Love is not finding someone to live with, it's finding someone you can't imagine living without. Rafael Ortiz. You might notice her holding back, maybe even acting indifferent, but look a little closer. Her eyes tell a different story. When a woman pulls back, it's often because she's uncertain of how you'll react. Beneath that cool exterior, she's wondering if you'll meet her with the same emotional depth. Women can be masters of maintaining composure, even when they're deeply drawn to you. And often, these signs are more subtle than you think. She's testing your level of interest, hoping you'll prove that you're worth her emotional vulnerability. This is a pattern we see often. She may seem distant on the surface, but behind the mask, her thoughts are consumed by you. The real challenge is knowing how to spot the quiet signals she's sending your way. At Blessing of Stoic, we specialize in helping you decode the hidden messages in modern relationships, guiding you through the tricky terrain of love and connection. Point 1. She creates emotional distance to see if you'll chase. She might seem cold, but deep down, she's hoping you'll step up. Don't let her distance fool you. When she creates emotional space, it's not a signal for you to chase after her in desperation. That's where most men go wrong. The natural instinct is to panic, to scramble for her attention, believing that you must fill the gap she's intentionally created. But chasing her in that moment will only push her further away. You must do something different if you want to stand out. Something far more powerful. Let her have the space. The secret here is that your value doesn't hinge on her attention. The true blessing of Stoicism lies in your ability to maintain composure, to stay calm in the face of emotional uncertainty. The old Stoic wisdom teaches us that emotional detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means strength, control, and self-respect. When you hold your ground instead of chasing, you demonstrate emotional maturity, a quality that's incredibly attractive to any woman. You show her that you can stand on your own 2 feet, that your sense of self-worth is not dictated by her responses. That's what truly captivates her, because women, at their core, want to feel that the man they're with can be independent, stable, and composed, even in the face of emotional turmoil. When you stop chasing and allow her the space to decide for herself, you're silently communicating that your emotional balance is not up for negotiation, that you are a man who doesn't need validation to feel secure. This is where your power lies. It's not about playing games or giving her the cold shoulder in return. It's about showing her that your world doesn't revolve around her, and you won't bend over backward to win her approval. That's where your strength is most visible. So remember, don't chase her when she pulls away. Instead, hold your ground. Let her see your emotional depth. Let her feel the strength of your stoicism. That is what will draw her back in. This quiet strength is the essence of being a modern Stoic, being in control of your emotions no matter the circumstances. You must rise above the urge to seek constant validation, for that's not what defines a man of value. Point 2. She keeps conversations superficial yet watches your every micro-expression like a lie detector. She may act cold and keep the conversation superficial. But don't be fooled. She's not as uninterested as she seems. In fact, while you're focused on the surface-level chatter, she's studying you like a lie detector, scrutinizing every little micro-expression, every shift in your posture, and even the tone of your voice. Don't let this frustrate you, and don't mistake it for a lack of interest. This is where many men go wrong when they get caught up in trying to impress her, thinking that more words or flashy gestures will win her over. But the truth is, she's not looking for a performance. She's looking for authenticity. What she craves is emotional depth, and it's something you can't fake. What you need to do is stay calm and aware of your body language. Women are incredibly intuitive, and they can pick up on subtle cues that most men miss. When you're emotionally secure and grounded, it radiates from your body. Pay attention to your posture. Stand tall, shoulders back, and be open. Your eyes. They're one of the most powerful tools at your disposal. Don't just stare at her. Make meaningful eye contact that communicates confidence and genuine interest. Your tone. It must be calm and steady, never rushed or shaky. She's not just listening to your words, she's paying attention to how you carry yourself. The Stoic lessons passed down through the ages tell us that emotional composure is a sign of strength. A Stoic life isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about owning them and responding with grace. When you remain calm and emotionally secure, you create a safe environment where she can lower her guard. That's when real connection begins to form. It's about more than impressing her. It's about showing that you have the emotional depth to handle whatever life throws your way, without getting rattled. You're not just the guy who makes her laugh or says the right things. You're someone who offers emotional stability, someone who doesn't need to act or fake it to prove his worth. Why does this matter so much? Because women want to feel safe with the person they're with. They want to know that they can be vulnerable without fear of judgment. When you demonstrate authenticity and emotional depth, you're not just sparking interest. You're inviting her to open up, to share a part of herself that isn't easily revealed. This is where the magic happens, the real connection that goes beyond surface-level conversations. You must also remember that a modern Stoic doesn't shy away from vulnerability. Being emotionally available doesn't make you weak. It makes you more attractive because it shows that you're secure enough to handle both your emotions and hers. A Stoic life is not one of emotional suppression, but emotional mastery. When you maintain composure, you become the kind of man who commands respect and admiration, because you're in control of your emotions and your actions. So, the next time she keeps things superficial, don't panic or start second-guessing yourself. Stay grounded, stay authentic, and pay attention to the subtle cues. Focus on your body language, tone, and eye contact. Let her see that you are emotionally secure and calm. That is the key to building the deep, meaningful connection that both of you are looking for. Through Stoicism, you learn to manage your own emotions so that you can be present for someone else, and in doing so, create a relationship built on trust and vulnerability. If you recognize these signs, drop a comment right now. I show emotional depth with every action. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom. And remember, real connection begins with being truly seen. Point 3. She delays replying but rereads your texts like they hold the answer to something deeper. She may take her time replying to your texts, but don't mistake that for disinterest. Too many men fall into the trap of thinking that a delayed response means she's not into them. They panic. They send multiple follow-ups. They bombard her with texts. They crave her attention. This desperate behavior doesn't pull her closer. It pushes her away. Here's the truth: her delay in replying isn't a sign of coldness, it's part of her inner process. She's evaluating her feelings, trying to understand the depth of her attraction, and determining whether you're the real deal. But here's where most men fail. They fail to understand the power of patience. When a woman takes her time to respond, it's an opportunity for you to display something incredibly valuable: emotional control. You must resist the urge to fill the silence with desperate messages. Instead, let her come to you when she's ready. Show her that you are a man of purpose, a man who doesn't need instant validation to feel secure. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful Stoics of all time, said, "How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks." The Stoic principle of patience and emotional restraint is not just an ideal, it's a necessity. Think of this as a test, and the key is to stay cool under pressure. Every time she delays a response and you remain calm, you demonstrate something that most men cannot control. That emotional control, that stillness, makes you irresistible. It is the very essence of what Marcus Aurelius teaches. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It's not about how fast she responds, it's about how you respond to the situation. You must give her the space she needs, showing that you respect her process. You are not needy, you are in control. And let's be honest, confidence is magnetic. It draws her in. But don't mistake Stoicism for indifference. It's not about being cold or emotionally distant. It's about demonstrating that you are strong enough to handle uncertainty without flinching. Modern life is filled with distractions, and women need space to think, process, and decide if the connection is worth pursuing. When you give her that space, when you stop demanding instant replies, you win. You gain her respect, you increase her attraction, you show her that you are a man who follows the Stoic path, one who does not act out of desperation but from strength and wisdom. So, when you find yourself in the face of silence, don't panic, don't overthink it, don't flood her inbox. Be a modern Stoic. Let the silence speak for itself. Stay calm, stay controlled, stay confident. Your victory is in your response, not in your need for immediate validation. Point 4. She brings up other women just to test if she still has emotional leverage. When a woman brings up other women in conversation, it's not because she's genuinely interested in them. No, she's testing you. She wants to see if she still has emotional leverage over you. A kind of subtle power play. Too many men fall into the trap of reacting too quickly, feeling the sting of jealousy or the urge to compete. They think they need to prove themselves by showing their own interest in other women or maybe even by getting possessive. But in doing so, they only reveal one thing: insecurity. This kind of reaction only reinforces her doubts about you. You're not showing strength, you're showing weakness, and don't make this mistake. Instead, be calm. Let her talk. Let her say whatever she needs to say. But do not let it rattle you. Respond with grace, with an air of confidence that's grounded in emotional maturity. The key here is not to be threatened by the mention of other women. It's not even about the other women at all. It's about showing that you're unaffected, that you can keep your composure and maintain your own emotional balance. The blessing of Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in controlling our reactions, not in being controlled by our emotion. So when she tries to test you, don't flinch. You must prove that you're not rattled, not insecure. This is the foundation of any healthy relationship: emotional stability. A man who is emotionally stable is a man who is attractive, not just to her, but to anyone who understands the value of a solid character. The old Stoic wisdom would advise you to let her words roll off your back like water off a duck's feathers. Your response should be marked by inner peace and assurance. Be a modern Stoic. Show her that you have nothing to prove because your strength comes from within. It's in those moments of testing that she will begin to see that you're a man who doesn't need to play games. A man who's emotionally mature enough to handle whatever life throws at you. This shows her that you're someone who's worthy of a deeper connection, and that is what truly matters. So when she tries to stir the pot, don't take the bait. Stay calm. Be stoic. This is how you build trust. Show emotional maturity and lay the groundwork for a strong, lasting bond. If you found this insightful, like, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember, emotional maturity is the key to building trust and stability in any relationship. Point 5. She avoids physical touch but positions herself close enough to feel your presence. She may seem distant, even aloof, avoiding physical touch, but pay close attention, she's still positioning herself near you. This subtle behavior is a clear sign of interest. Too often, men misread these signals and assume her lack of physical contact means she's not attracted. Then, they make the mistake of either retreating or rushing into an awkward, forced attempt at intimacy. But what should you do instead? You must respect her space without withdrawing completely. When she stands near you, makes eye contact, or leans in just a little, it's not just coincidence, it's an invitation. She wants you to take the next step, but she's looking for your confidence and poise, not desperation or haste. The key here is restraint and emotional intelligence. Like Marcus Aurelius, who urged us to be tolerant with others and strict with ourselves. You must show the patience to let her set the pace while maintaining the boldness to move the relationship forward. This behavior is an emotional test, a measure of your ability to initiate connection without crossing boundaries. Your skill in navigating this delicate space reveals your maturity and self-control, qualities that are both attractive and essential. A modern Stoic knows that sometimes the best way to demonstrate strength is through restraint, the silence, the space, the avoidance of immediate touch. These are her cues to see if you can move at the right tempo, allowing trust and comfort to build naturally. You must embody Stoic principles by staying grounded, steady, and aware of her needs without pushing them. Don't make the mistake of rushing or pulling away. Hold your ground with patience. You have the power to lead, but only if you show the maturity to do so without haste. This is where real strength lies, in waiting for the right moment, not forcing it. Respect her, respect yourself, and the connection will unfold on its own. Point 6. She downplays her interest in you but mirrors your energy with surgical precision. Now, this is a tricky one. She keeps it cool, even distant, but here's the thing, her actions are saying something completely different. Many men, sadly, misinterpret her nonchalance as a sign of disinterest. They see her downplaying the connection and believe it's time to back off, completely withdrawing from the situation. But don't be fooled. This is exactly what she wants you to think. You see, she's not dismissing you. She's just testing the waters. She's not going to put herself out there recklessly. So she hides behind this cool demeanor. But there's something more happening. You must take a step back and observe her closely. Watch how she mirrors your energy, your movements, your tone of voice, down to the smallest detail. She might not say it, but she's engaging with you on a much deeper level than you realize. Don't mistake her reticence for indifference. When she matches your energy, when her actions align with yours almost eerily, that's a clear sign of emotional investment. It's not a game, it's a dance, a careful exchange where she's gauging your reaction, testing your awareness, and ultimately seeing if you're sharp enough to catch her signals. You must stay present and aware. You must become a student of Stoicism, learn to read between the lines, and embrace Stoic lessons that teach us to control our responses. A modern Stoic life isn't about reacting to every slight move or overtly pressing for validation. It's about reading the situation with clear eyes and responding with measured confidence. Why does this matter? Because it's not just about playing the game, it's about recognizing the emotional investment she's already made, even if it's not immediately apparent. In Stoicism, we learn that actions often speak louder than words. It's easy to focus on the surface, on what's being said, but real depth lies in what's being done. She may keep her feelings tucked away, but her actions betray her true intentions. When she mirrors you, she's quietly signaling that she's emotionally invested but cautious, perhaps even hesitant to make herself vulnerable. She's showing you that she likes you without saying it outright. And it's your job to notice it, to read between the lines and not let your insecurities lead you astray. Now, this is where you take a step forward. You must acknowledge her signals with quiet strength, not with an overzealous push, but with the confident subtlety that only a Stoic man can command. The Stoic life teaches us that we don't need to chase validation. We lead by our own standards, by our own inner strength. So, when you see her mirroring your movements, tone, or actions, don't back off, don't hesitate. Step into that energy with the calm assurance that you can handle the situation with grace. This is about mastering the subtle dance of connection without forcing it. You must be calm in the storm. A man who masters his emotions, who understands that real attraction often goes unspoken. Look at how she mirrors you and know that this is her way of connecting. This is her showing you that she's already emotionally invested, even though she's trying to play it cool. Don't let her downplay of interest make you second-guess your instincts. Trust yourself, stay grounded, and let the connection unfold naturally. Stay true to the Stoic principles you've embraced. Don't rush it, don't force it. Just remain aware and let her mirror you in return. This is how true connections are built, through patience, awareness, and subtle action. If you're paying attention to the small, subtle actions, you're already ahead of the game. Don't let the signs slip by unnoticed. Many men make the mistake of backing off when she downplays her interest, but those small, precise actions are telling you everything you need to know. If you're ready to stop misreading the signs, comment below. I will notice the subtle actions that show her interest. Point 7. She's cold in public, but secretly notices every time you looked at her and doesn't flinch. She's cold in public, but secretly notices every time you look at her and don't flinch. This behavior can trip up a lot of men. The mistake they often make. They misinterpret her chill attitude as a sign of disinterest. That's when they retreat, backing off like a wounded animal, thinking that they should stop trying. But here's the thing, you must not let her external demeanor fool you. Instead, keep acting like nothing has shifted. Don't overthink it. If she's watching you, acknowledge her with subtle eye contact. No grand gestures, no performance. Don't get caught up in the drama. You're not here to win her approval. You're here to show that you are emotionally grounded. And her coldness has no power over you. This isn't about her rejecting you, it's a test of your emotional stability. She's playing it cool, but deep down, she wants to see if you can remain unfazed by her facade. It's the ultimate exercise in the blessing of Stoicism, the art of maintaining your composure even when things aren't going your way. Don't fall into the trap of thinking she's uninterested. Instead, show her that you can stay calm and composed, unaffected by her exterior. This is the old Stoic approach, not reacting impulsively, but instead displaying a quiet strength that speaks volumes. She's not trying to push you away. She's waiting for you to prove that you won't buckle under pressure. The modern Stoic knows this game well. Women are complex, and their signals often come wrapped in layers. Her coldness in public isn't an invitation for you to shrink away. It's a challenge for you to remain centered. To her, Your ability to stay grounded, despite her seemingly indifferent behavior, is more attractive than any overt show of affection. So, when she acts distant, don't respond with distance. Respond with calm, subtle confidence. Hold steady. And remember, you're not doing this for her. You're doing it because you're practicing the Stoic mindset of inner peace, remaining unshaken regardless of external circumstances. Don't let her behavior make you question yourself. Be the man who remains consistent, unflustered, and emotionally resilient. She's testing your consistency, not your feelings. Show her that you can stand strong and steady, that you're a man who has mastered the Stoic art of emotional control. That's what will truly captivate her. So, when you see her coldness, know that it's not a rejection, but an invitation, a call to prove that you're more than just an emotional reaction to her mood swings. You're a modern Stoic who can withstand anything, and that's the kind of man she can't resist. Point 8. She acts unimpressed but reacts strongly when you withdraw your attention. Here's a tricky one that trips up many men. The common mistake. When she plays the uninterested card, most men get frustrated and think they need to chase her even harder to prove they're worth her attention. This, my friend, is exactly where the problem lies. Chasing her only fuels her sense of disconnection. You're playing into her game, and that's not the way to win. What should you do instead when she's acting unimpressed? Pull back your attention. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's the secret sauce. Stop chasing. Focus on yourself and the things that matter to you. Dive deeper into your own life, your passions, your ambitions. Don't try to prove yourself to her. Instead, let your actions speak volumes. Do you understand what this means? You're showing her that you don't need her validation to feel whole. This is where Stoicism comes into play. The Stoic lessons teach us that true strength lies not in seeking approval from others, but in cultivating inner peace and self-reliance. Why does this work? The moment you withdraw your attention, you hit her where it hurts. She may act unimpressed on the surface, but deep down, she's secretly paying attention. By pulling away, you signal that you're not desperate for her approval. This forces her to take a step back and reconsider your value. And let me tell you, when a woman sees that you're not desperate for her attention, something shifts. She'll begin to notice you in ways she didn't before, and it's like flipping a switch. You've stopped chasing. And that alone makes you more intriguing, more valuable. That's the magic of Stoic life, emotional independence. Now, don't get me wrong, and this doesn't mean you should play games or act aloof just to get back at her. No. This is about showing her your strength. It's about practicing what the Stoics called apatheia, the ability to remain calm and composed no matter what's happening around you. She'll pick up on this calmness, and it will draw her in. By not being emotionally reactive to her behavior, you demonstrate a strength that most men fail to display. You show her that you are the master of your own emotions, and believe me, women find that magnetic. So the key here is simple: be strong, be independent, and be stoic. Stop seeking her approval. Focus on what matters to you and live your life fully. When you stop chasing her, you will make her chase you. That's the power of Stoicism. It's not about playing games. It's about living your life with purpose and letting that energy radiate outward. You must understand that your value doesn't come from her, it comes from within. When you embody this Stoic mindset, you'll become a man she can't resist. That's when you'll truly win her attention. Don't chase, don't beg, don't plead. Be the man who knows his worth and lives his life by his own rules. That's the way of the modern Stoic. It's not about her, it's about you. And when you're confident in yourself, She won't be able to resist. If you found this valuable, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from this insight. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom on relationships and self-improvement. Comment to remember, I am confident and in control of my own value. Point 9. She maintains a poker face, but subtly highlights her best features when you're around. She maintains a poker face, but behind it, she's silently broadcasting her attraction. Many men make the critical mistake of pushing too hard, thinking that if they talk more, act funnier, or engage in constant banter, they'll somehow break through her emotional wall. Stop. You can't force someone to open up, especially not someone who's deliberately holding back. Trying to break her poker face will only create more tension and make you seem needy or desperate. Instead, channel the wisdom of the Stoic principles. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let that sink in. The key is to stay calm, centered, and composed. You must embody strength, patience, and awareness. Understand that her quiet, seemingly indifferent demeanor is a test, a challenge. She's not indifferent. She's carefully observing how you respond. Whether you're reactive or secure in yourself, let her come to you. Pay attention to the subtle shifts, the fleeting moments where she adjusts her hair, the soft smiles, the way she tilts her head in your direction. These small gestures are far more telling than her poker face. When she adjusts her appearance or allows herself to smile softly in your presence, it's an undeniable sign of interest. But don't make the mistake of reacting too overtly. These signals are delicate. You must read between the lines. As a Stoic, remember that your greatest strength is control. Control over your emotions, your actions, and your responses. Don't force anything. Let her reveal herself at her own pace. If you stay still, calm, and observant, you will witness her breaking down her own barriers. Patience is key. True power lies in allowing the process to unfold naturally. Don't chase her. Don't pursue her with words or gestures. Observe. Stay grounded and watch as she slowly lets her guard down. This is how true connections form. If you try to force it, you'll only create friction. But if you stay steady, if you control yourself and don't overreact to her subtleties, you will see her reveal more of who she really is. In the end, this is what the Stoic mindset teaches us, that we control ourselves and respond to the world around us with clarity, strength, and patience. Just as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Stay disciplined. Recognize her subtle signs. Let her guard down. But don't be in a rush. Let her take the lead when she feels safe enough. Be a silent force of attraction, calm, composed, and impenetrable, and you'll master the art of connection. Point 10. She seems indifferent but never fully closes the door because part of her wants you to knock louder. She acts indifferent, but deep down, she's waiting for you to prove something. You see, most men make a critical mistake here. They misread her behavior as disinterest and out of frustration or impatience. They move on, thinking they should seek attention elsewhere. Don't make this mistake. If she's keeping her distance, it doesn't mean she doesn't care. In fact, part of her may be waiting for you to knock louder, but only because she wants to see if you can keep your composure. Stay true to yourself and not be swayed by her cold exterior. Here's the truth: when a woman acts indifferent, it's often a test. She's not trying to shut you out. She's gauging your strength and commitment to your own life. You must show her that your path doesn't depend on her approval or attention. Don't bend over backward trying to win her over. Instead, live with purpose. Focus on your goals. growth and self-improvement. As a modern Stoic, you understand the blessing of Stoicism, how staying centered and unshaken by external events gives you true power. When you stop chasing, when you stop giving all of your energy to her, that's when you unlock a deeper level of attraction. In her mind, your self-sufficiency makes you even more valuable. It's only by remaining the calm, composed individual that you are that you'll show her you're the one worth pursuing. Remember, the old Stoic understood that nothing is more attractive than someone who walks their path with purpose, unaffected by the whims of others. If you live your life like this, with inner strength and a clear focus, she'll eventually see it and come to you. Bonus point: she's playing the long game, understanding her subtle strategies for building emotional connection. This is something most men miss, but once you get it, everything changes. The mistake many men make is rushing things, believing that quick connections lead to real attraction. Don't rush it. Women, when genuinely interested, want a lasting emotional connection, not a quick fling. Be patient and show her you're someone who's capable of long-term commitment, not just chasing a fleeting moment. This is where Stoicism comes in. Embrace the Stoic life. Don't rush or force things. Let them unfold naturally. The long game demands patience and maturity, something women deeply appreciate. It's not just about winning her attention, but her trust and affection. Instead of moving fast, take your time to build a meaningful bond. That is how you win her heart. You must be steady, grounded, and consistent. The Stoic lessons teach us that true emotional connections take time to build. In a world that values speed, you must stand out by showing you're not in a hurry, but instead focused on creating something deep and lasting. The more patient and committed you are, the more she'll recognize your value. Be the man who understands this, and that's the long game that pays off. Thanks for watching till the end, everyone. If you're seeing some of these hidden signs in your interactions, it's clear that she might be testing the waters, even if she's acting cold on the outside. It's all about emotional distance, playing hard to get, and waiting for you to make the next move. But remember, patience is key, and always be genuine in your approach. If she likes you, she's watching and waiting for you to make that move. But you need to show you care without overdoing it. So here's my advice: don't chase, but don't retreat either. Be confident and let things unfold naturally. Don't be afraid to show vulnerability, but don't let her emotional games confuse you. Trust the process and always stay true to yourself. If you've made it this far, drop a comment like, "You got me," so we know you're part of our real community. Your support means a lot, and we love hearing from you. Don't forget to hit that like button to support our growth and subscribe for more content like this. Share this video with someone who could use these insights. Thanks again for being here, and check out the recommended video right on your screen for more valuable tips. We'll see you tomorrow with more content you won't want to miss.